excellent vehicle pack scenario. But first, I wanted to show some more Black Sea stuff. Alright, so I've slapped together a little demo scenario here. Lots of stuff to show. Ooh, hold on a sec, I need to bring up my notepad that has my reminders of things to show. A lot of new artwork has come in since the last time I did this. Alright, what have we got? Let's see. I didn't have the chance to really like script this out. I just managed to put a bunch of stuff together and test it, so it's going to be a bit of a we're just going to kind of wing it here. All right, so I guess we'll go. Oops, shoot! I accidentally clicked off my screen. Okay, so I guess we'll do the. Let's go ahead and just do soldier uniforms first, I guess. So yeah, new U.S. soldier uniforms. You'll still see most of the weapons have lots of untextured bits, so don't worry about that. And there's some placeholder textures and stuff on the weapons. So yeah, there is, the US is using the Scorpion W2, I believe it's called, which is basically a modified version of multicam. The equipment is also in that Scorpion pattern. There will also, I can't show it yet because it's not working yet, but there will be an appearance option where you can also have your soldiers in Coyote Brown gear if you want, or on top of the Scorpion. So anyways, if you haven't played Shock, and I'll also show the Russian-Ukrainian guys too, don't worry about that. So if you haven't played since Shock Force, soldier equipment has changed quite a bit since then. All of the gear on the soldiers dynamically changes in relation to what weapon they're holding. So a regular rifleman like this guy in front of us, he's got, you can see magazines, his 5.56 magazines inserted into his TAP harness. Just some random pouches and grenades. A saw gunner has actual, like, all that stuff's replaced with saw pouches. A designated marksman guy has the the rifle pouches for his rifle on the front, and you might notice no magazines inserted into the TAP. One of my favorite little touches. Guy with the PDA has got a PDA holder on the front on his chest. Stuff like that. Even the M25 gunner, this guy right here, has got, if we can get a... You know what, actually, what am I doing? Why am I looking at these guys? We have some standing guys over here. I'll turn the shadows off for a second so you can see them better in the building. Even the M25 guy has got some pouches for his M25 magazines. So yeah, here are the if they've got radios, you'll see that they've got a headset. There's many different ways we could have done the radios, with hand mics or whatever, but we decided to go with, we can only do one or the other, we can't like have a mix, that just looks weird. So we went with headsets, and the radio will be mounted on the back. There's also a variety of ways that could have been done. Maybe we'll expand on that later. And RTOs, like guys with man-pack radios. Where's one? Yeah, and they've got man-pack radios.
Pay attention.
Turn the shadows back on. So yeah, there's a good look at some RTOs there. I think this guy's actually the security guy for the sniper team here. Let's go ahead and show Ukrainian uniforms. Yeah, Ukrainians. This grenadier here, you can see he's got his grenade pouches. All that stuff is shown. RTO. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, mortars, why not? US mortars. Shock Force did not have on-map mortars, this does. So we've got the, for the US side, we've got the 81mm mortar here. Oh yeah, and one of my favorite touches. Where are they? One of my favorite touches. Where? Let's pull this up. This is one of my favorite modifications to the uniform. Is for rifle grenadiers with the M320 grenade launcher. You've got the all the rifle grenade pouches on the front, and they even carry a bandolier, which is, I think, is fun. So they look really cool. Anyways, yeah, mortars. So shadows back on. I just turned them off in the buildings because it's dark in there and it's hard to see stuff. Here's the M120 120 millimeter mortar. Pretty big. And then we got the little tiny 60 millimeter mortar. Yes, Beryllium AT gun. Ukraine has the MT-12 and MT-12K anti-tank gun. It's still used in some of their anti-tank batteries. And some versions of them can actually fire an anti-tank guided missile out of them. So they can still be quite deadly if you use them right. They've got the they're the variant that's equipped with the ATGMs. I apologize if it's buffering for anyone. There's not really anything I can do about it. Some people just like their connection to Twitch is, not very good. And it's impossible to predict, basically. I will go ahead and upload this to YouTube right after, so if you can't really view this, you'll be able to see it afterwards. I'll also show some of the new soldier animations when we actually get some stuff shooting. Oh yeah, Stinger. Yeah, why not? Let's do the Stinger. So here's the Stinger for the US. And we've also got the M240L medium machine gun. A lot of untextured parts on it, don't worry about that. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, there's the Javelin, but you guys have already seen that a million times. Those are not US troops manning that machine gun. Those are Ukrainian soldiers wearing the new digital camo pattern. The Ukrainian soldiers will have an option, an appearance option you can select. You can have them equipped in their new digital camo pattern. Okay, let's go ahead and start some stuff. I guess the first thing we'll do is we need to set... So there's a whole bunch of Russians all around here, so we're going to have to set a fire arc for everything so that stuff doesn't shoot at each other. Ukrainian ATGM vehicle, yeah. So this is the, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but it's the Sturm. So yeah, we just got the MTLB art in yesterday, actually. Mike did an excellent job on the art for it. So yeah, this is something you can find in ATGM batteries for Ukraine. It's basically an MTLB with a anti-tank launcher mounted on it using AT-6s. And then you've also got the AA version. We've got the Strela 10M3. And this thing is completely defenseless against ground units. It's only useful against air units. As you can see, I don't think... No, it doesn't even have a... yeah, it has nothing except for a launcher. A SAM launcher. And then, of course, there's the regular, base version, MTLB. So those are the Ukrainian ones. I got Russian ones on the other side. We'll see those in a minute. We also, since I last showed this, we gotten the Strikers textured, so I figured I'd show you guys those. They're pretty cool. Strikers with ERA on them. Still need to work a little bit on the soldier poses back there, but here's the mortar striker. And there's some black gear there. That's game in development is game in development. Command striker with a bunch of antennas. You guys have already seen these before, but I like the way they look. They're really fun-looking vehicles. Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and advance a turn. Took a look at some Russian stuff. The crew carries... Okay, so for Russia and Ukraine, the typical armored crew member weapon we're using is the AKS-74U, which is... It's technically an assault rifle or a carbine, but it really acts more like an SMG. Some Ukrainian crew members, depending upon the vehicle and the unit, they might use an AKS-74. Alright, so Russian MTLBs, we've got the... Where is it? We got your standard MTLBM here. We've got an MTLBM 6MA, which is, if I remember correctly, it's got its BTR-80 turret slapped on it, basically. So it has excuse me, upgraded firepower with a 14.5 millimeter machine gun on it. And then we've also got, this one's fun, it's got a BTR-82 turret on it. Or I guess it's the BPP-U, I think is what it's called. And then, of course, the Russians have the Sturm. Let's see, what else? And the Russian Strela, of course. And, of course, the fun Tunguska. This thing is awesome. Don't worry about the texture, it's a placeholder. Okay, well, I'll show these guys off in a minute. Let's do Russian soldiers. I'm going to go ahead and turn the shadows off to make them easier to look at. So yeah, Russian gear. Here's some Russians with their textures. Also, like the Americans, you know, all their gear changes based on what they're carrying. So MG gunners are going to have bigger pouches. Grenadiers will have the grenades on their thighs and all that good stuff. This guy's got an RPG 26 Manpack radio. And a lot of people keep asking about the RPG 29. The reason we don't have it, besides the fact it's actually not all that common in the Russian military, is this baby right here. This is a PG-7VR for the RPG-7, and it's a tandem heat warhead. It's extremely effective. It's almost as good as the RPG-9's warhead, but with way less bulk, you know, using the same launcher they already have. So there's not really much need for that big old RPG-9 when you got this sucker. Yeah, so there is camo on the faces. I was going to show that in just a second. There's something weird happening right now. It's applying some of the guys camo and some of them not, but it's only supposed to show up at night. I'll show that in just a second. So anyways, yeah, I think this guy's got the PKP. Yeah, PKP here. For the Russian soldiers, we've had the PKP replace the RPK-74 for all the, the squad automatic weapons. Let's see, I think we got the RPO-M here. Thermobaric weapon, great for engaging infantry in buildings. And this is just a general command squad, nothing special here. And the guys actually hold their hold the RPG properly, which is kind of nice. Casio did, or Webwing, as you know, I'm on the forums, did a ton of work adjusting all the soldier hand positions for all the different weapons, and it pretty much pays off. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and quit out of this. I'm going to change the time to night. At night, the soldier appearances will actually change. So we'll go ahead and do that now, and then we'll actually have some stuff start shooting at each other. Don't worry about the title screen and stuff. It's still placeholder. It's being made right now. Probably like 2 days from now it'll have the final graphics in place. Alright, so we went ahead and changed it to midnight. That's all I did. No other changes scenario, just changed the time to midnight. Yeah, the artist is making new loading screens right now. Okay, so now we're at night. Let's go ahead and look at US infantry. So yeah, at night, camo applied to faces, and the night vision systems come out. So the US gets the AN PSQ-20, which is a really cool thermal and